Welcome to College Football Legends, where we dive deep into the incredible stories of the game's greatest heroes. In today's episode, we explore the unforgettable tale of a player from a program that is currently known for dominating the landscape of college football. Prior to his arrival, this storied program struggled competing with elite programs in the country. At the conclusion of his college career, he set school records and helped his team clinch a national championship, and arguably made the play that changed college football forever. This is the story of Alabama Crimson Tide defensive back Antonio Langham. Langham was born July 31st, 1972 in Town Creek, Alabama. He was a star at Hazelwood High School, playing cornerback, wide receiver, and running back. As a two-time All-State cornerback, he helped to lead Hazelwood High School to an Alabama High School Athletic Association state championship with a mind-blowing 4-interception performance and a crushing 75-0 defeat over Georgiana High School. His play on the field drew attention from major programs such as Miami, Tennessee, Notre Dame, and Alabama's in-state rival Auburn University. Langham's older cousins were gridiron legends in the state of Alabama. Chris, Kerry, Clyde, and Pierre Good all made the starting lineup and contributed to the program's success. It was a shock that the Crimson Tide did not initially offer Langham based on his family connections. It's common knowledge that the Crimson Tide and the Auburn Tigers are bitter rivals in the state of Alabama. Not only do they battle on the gridiron, but the recruiting battle is equally as intense. Many top recruits from the state are normally being pulled from both programs. This proved to be true as Langham approached his senior season. Auburn's head coach Pat Dye invited Langham on a recruiting visit to campus. Despite his partiality to the Crimson Tide, he politely and respectfully accepted the offer. Langham toured the campus and met with the players. Based on his family connections with their rival, it was obvious that he was visibly uncomfortable during his visit in a place where many Alabama fans would call enemy territory. After newly hired Alabama head coach Gene Stallings met with Langham, it was apparent that he would be the future of the Crimson Tide defensive backfield. Prior to the 1992 season, Alabama had gone nearly 12 years with faltering in critical games that cost them a chance at the national championship. Currently, we're accustomed to seeing Alabama as strong contenders. However, during this time frame, this was the era where blue bloods such as Notre Dame, Miami, Penn State, and USC prevailed. Bama, despite their history, spent years on the outside looking in. With Langham starting in a defensive backfield along with future NFL players George Teague, Sam Shade, Lemansky Hall, and Eric Curry on defense, and on offense, the leadership of quarterback Jay Barker along with the dynamic playmaking ability of David Palmer set the stage for the Crimson Tide to dominate the 1992 season. The Crimson Tide dominated the college football landscape with an undefeated season, only allowing 9 points per game, which led the nation. However, they found themselves in a situation that could have potentially ruined their hopes at winning a national championship. As many of you know, every Division I conference concludes their regular season with a championship game. The conference champions of the Power 5 make an argument for a spot in the playoff. Prior to the 1992 season, conference championships were awarded based on which team finished the regular season with the best record. This was also consistent with how the national champion was crowned. Prior to the bowl championship and playoff era, the Associated Press and the coaches poll voted on which team was considered a worthy champion. The Southeastern Conference was the first to host a conference championship game. This is currently the norm in college football. However, the commissioner's move to host an additional game was under heavy scrutiny. Going into the inaugural SEC championship game, the undefeated number 2 Alabama Crimson Tide faced the 12th ranked Florida Gators. Florida, with an 8-3 record, had absolutely no chance at winning a national title that season, where Alabama on the other hand had everything to lose, and the fate of the conference rested on the outcome of this game. Even though Alabama was a heavy favorite to win against Florida, they found themselves tied at 21 points each late in the fourth quarter. To add to the drama, with 3 minutes remaining in regulation, Florida had possession of the ball and a chance to take the lead. Imagine if this upset came to fruition. This would ruin an otherwise undefeated season for Alabama. SEC Commissioner Roy Kramer's controversial decision to create a conference championship game would have been deemed a disaster for the conference. Other conferences watching would have been reluctant following this trend, with its potential to hurt their best team's chances at claiming a national championship. In the final minutes of the game, as Florida threatens one of the biggest upsets of the season, quarterback Shane Matthews throws an ill-advised pass in the direction of Antonio Langham. He breaks perfectly on the ball, intercepting it and taking it back for 27 yards for a touchdown to win the inaugural SEC championship game 28-21. Langham's heroics snatches victory from the jaws of defeat against the Florida Gators, and the stage is set to face powerhouse and the heavily favored Miami Hurricanes in the Sugar Bowl. Despite Miami's 29-game win streak, along with Heisman-winning quarterback Gino Torretta leading the offense, the Alabama Crimson Tide overwhelmed the Miami Hurricanes in every aspect of the game. The defense forced 5 turnovers and a 34-13 victory, clinching the national championship. Langham completed completed his career with 19 interceptions, which set the school record that currently stands today. In context, a program that's been known for producing elite talent at the defensive back position, with several making a name for themselves at the professional level. Langham's record has stood the test of time over the years. His accolades included All-American honors and winning the Jim Thorpe Award, which is given to the nation's top defensive back. Despite his success, his college career ended in the midst of controversy. Prior to his final season in college, he was convinced to sign with an agent, initially attempting to make plans for his future in football. Unknowingly, he violated NCAA regulations, which deemed him ineligible for his final year in college. Langham entered the 1994 NFL Draft, and he was selected in the first round 9th overall by the Cleveland Browns. He's also played for the San Francisco 49ers and ended his career with the New England Patriots. Over the course of 7 seasons, he was a solid contributor as a cornerback, avoiding major injuries and playing in a total of 102 games. His career totals included 14 interceptions and 345 tackles. After his official retirement from football in 2001, he's volunteered at several youth football camps around the country. He currently runs his own real estate company in the city of Birmingham, Alabama, and he's a member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Currently, he's on the 2024 ballot for the College Football Hall of Fame as well. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the life and career of Antonio Langham, a true legend of college football. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay connected with the captivating stories of college football's greatest heroes, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll never miss an episode of College Football Legends, where we celebrate the unforgettable players and moments that define the sport we love. Join our community of passionate fans, and let's keep the spirit of college football alive together.